welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for the Scorpio March 2022 horoscope. Okay, the good news this month is that there are no retrograding planets, there are no eclipses, and there are no major aspect patterns in your chart for this month. So we can actually get on and make some progress, some real progress without feeling as hindered or held back or restricted as sometimes we might feel. Okay, so that's good news. The other interesting little tidbit is that some places in the US are having a thing called the Black Moon on the 31st of the month. Now, the Black Moon is just simply a second new moon in the month, because February was a short month and March is a long month, so we can get an extra additional new moon in there. So if you're on Pacific time or Mountain time, you'll get it on the 31st. The rest of the US and the majority of the rest of the world, including Australia and New Zealand, get our new moon on the 1st of April. So that's April Fool's Day. Anyway, not to worry. Okay, if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification bell right now. I'll just briefly explain what I do. I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. We have a look at your horoscope in depth, and then I'll do a psychic channeling at the end, so stick around for that. Let's go to the board now. We'll draw these 2 cards and see what comes out for you. Okay, so you can think of the first card as the first half of the month if you wish, or maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to take them both together because sometimes they do flow on from each other. Okay, let's go with that one there, the one on top. I'll close my eyes. What do I get? I do get a sense of green, the colour green, so growth, but we already know that because we haven't got any retrograding planets or, you know, all those other things I mentioned. So, okay, a picture's forming in my mind. It's a bit strange. I'll explain it as best I can. It's like a pair of boots. They lace up at the back, but these are sort of like something you'd wear if you were hiking or traveling, walking a lot, but it seems old-fashioned, maybe around the early 1900s or late 1880s to get more specific, and they've got a special name. It's like a French name starting with D. I don't know what that means, no idea, that just comes into my mind. Anyway, I suggest that this vision means prepare yourself perhaps for travel, but certainly for spiritual progress. My mother's just popped in here now. I don't know why. She's been dead for about 15 years. So something about a school teacher. She's not a school teacher, but she's holding a... you probably don't know, if you're young, you probably don't know. In the old days, they had like a wooden stick or like a cane. You know, they would cane you with it if you look sideways, basically. I know. She's holding one of those. Anyway, so something about being the teacher, something about learning and teaching might be on the horizons this month. There's nothing particularly here going on in your 9th house, but your 3rd house also is about study. So anyway, we'll see what comes on in the reading. So we have the Hermit here. This is about you taking time out and really going within and looking within. Oh, I know why. Because with this card, I often say you go within, you learn what you have to learn, and then from experience you can come out into the world and teach other people because you've learnt stuff. You are the light of the world. Or, you know, the light that shows people what they need to do. And the best way to do that is from modelling. You know, you have certain behaviours, people will model you, and you'll play a role of mentor or teacher or counsellor, even if it's just to your friends and family. Every little bit of support that you can put out there into the world, it all counts. So that's why you need to go within. The wolf here is the symbol of teaching and learning, okay? So the teacher learns what the teacher needs to know for themselves personally, okay? All right, it's finally got there in the end. It was a bit obtuse, but we got there. All right, the second card. Let's see what comes out. The colour aqua, green and blue, the heart, what you love, and blue, your throat chakra, communicating those things that you desire and those things that you're passionate about. Okay, and here we have the Fool card. Again, a little travel bag here. There does seem to be a bit of a theme about travelling and learning. You learn by stepping out of your comfort zone. Here with the Fool, you know, sometimes people don't agree with your decisions. You want to try something different. You want to take a risk. Make it an educated risk, one that you've thought about and researched a bit. But these dogs on the back here, this little dog is trying to hold this person back, and sometimes that can be like our family and friends, or our partner doesn't want us to try something new. Maybe we want to leave a job, for example, and they don't want us to, and they say things like, oh, you need the money, you're getting the money, better stay there, it's safe where you are, you know, rather than stepping out. Well, sometimes you can do both, you know. You can sort of step out gradually, prepare yourself and start a little business on the side or something like that, and you know, go into the water slowly. You know, you don't necessarily have to take a big leap, although, you know, sometimes we do, but not all the time. So this is the water here, the ocean, the subconscious waters, and this person is about to step out off this sort of promontory here. They'll either sprout wings and fly, or they'll end up in the drink, and that's not a bad thing either, because you get in touch with your subconscious. Sometimes you can find sunken treasures down there, you know, deep sea treasures that are very, very valuable, and they can be things like confidence and the ability just to know what to do, or maybe you improve your natural spiritual gifts that you may have, or singing or art, or, you know, your artistic streak or something like that gets stronger. This red relates to taking action. It's not a time just to sit back and do nothing. And this green relates to opportunity and growth. Okay, so a very exciting card, and taken together you need some time to sit and reflect on your life, so that you can then take a step forward out into the new world by taking a risk of some sort. The universe often looks after the people who take some sort of educated risk. All right, let's look at your horoscope now. I'm going to make the board a little bit bigger so that we can see what's going on. Bear these two cards in mind because they're going to be important, no doubt. First thing, okay, so we've covered this: no retrogrades, eclipses or major patterns. A second black moon for Western US. Now, your ruler, co-ruler I should say, Mars and also Pluto are here in your third house, okay? They're conjunct at 27, so close, only 48 minutes difference. And even Venus here at 26. These three are all conjunct, and this is a stellium, okay, because they are so close together. This is very exciting for your communications. You could have flashes of brilliance just coming into your mind. You know, write everything down. Maybe keep a recorder. Oh no, your phone. Okay, in the old days we have Memo Scribe. So keep your phone nearby, and you can record your flashes, because they're likely to come thick and fast this month for you, Sensational Scorpio. Okay, now this means there's going to be a lot of activity. Also, you could be busy. Maybe you want to get organised with your bookwork, or there's lots of errands and things in your local area. You could be busy running around. Socialising is also big, and also study, okay, thinking about study, and that probably fits in with this, because you'll be studying what's going on within you, and then you might decide that you're going to formalize that a bit and do some sort of course related to whatever it is that has popped up in this time when you've been looking within. The other thing to note is that most of the planets are below the horizon line. This indicates that you are spending more time within and you're not going out as much into the broader society, but you're focused on your inner desires and things like that. They call that a private chart, okay? All right, let's have a look now at what's happening in your horoscope in depth. To start the month off, there are a great deal of influences and they're involving the Sun, Mars, Venus, and this is giving you a lot of energy, okay? So you could be really inspired by Venus and the Sun, and Mars gives you the energy to move forward. So when Mars conjuncts the Sun at the beginning of the month up until the 2nd, from the 28th of February to the 2nd, you could, have a huge amount of energy as far as independence and initiative. You want to get stuff done in your own right, okay? Maybe that's you don't probably want so much the help of other people and you prefer to keep things quieter. There's also a lot of energy with Venus. Venus conjuncting Venus brings strong sexual feelings as well. Mars helps that. And you could make the first move to towards someone that you're attracted to. Your artistic and creative expression is also very strong. We also have the new moon in your 5th house here to start the month on the 2nd. And this brings a new beginning to your social life and also your creativity and maybe your romantic life. You're living closer to the world of the child here. You might be interested in sports, entertainment, leisure and pleasure is what I say. And so, things could be coming up, bubbling up, and you feel a bit sort of excited, which is a good thing. You've also got Sun sextiling Uranus. You're more likely to act on impulse. You want to change your usual routine. It's a time of following your intuition rather than being logical. It doesn't help to be logical all the time. You want to get the balance between logic and what's going on with your intuition. The other thing with this is that it could feel like time is speeding up because you're more busy than usual. So it's likely to be a very exciting time, but a bit unpredictable. We also have Mars conjuncting Mars at this time, and so you want to make a fresh start, but do be cautious because Mars giving you all this energy, impatience, accidents, and irritability are possible. So it's great to go for a walk every morning just to take the edge off that Mars energy. Venus conjuncting Venus at this time, you're probably got quite a strong desire for affection and love. Venus is in love with love, and Venus likes, as well as love, she likes peace and harmony. So be a little bit cautious you don't compromise yourself if there's another person involved, because you just, Venus sort of is like rose-coloured glasses on everything. A new friendship or a romance could begin, and you probably go after someone with that Mars energy if you really want to start a relationship. Mars conjuncts Pluto at this time, and you could overhaul your life in some way. It's like getting organised, and especially with all of this here, as I mentioned before, you might clean out your wardrobe, rearrange things, because it's like you want to get rid of the past, okay? You could feel like it's time for a fresh start. And the other thing with it is when you're cleaning out your wardrobe or whatever it is that you're doing, sometimes you can work furiously towards that, and you don't even realise what you're doing. You're not sure why you're cleaning out your wardrobe. You just know that this has to go, and you're cleaning out the past is what's happening. Do be careful of power struggles as well. When these two are conjunct, that is likely, but we've also got Venus there, which will probably take the edge off. Or you might find sometimes there's a power struggle and then the next minute you're compromising and you're over-compromising, for example. From the 4th of March to the 14th of April, your co-ruler Mars moves into your 4th house, meaning there's a huge amount of activity around your home and your family. So you might really get in there and tidy stuff up at home or redecorate, okay? And Venus will be moving in there too from the 4th of March to the 5th of April, and she wants everything beautiful. So you want to make your home more comfortable and more aesthetically pleasing under, with this Venusian energy. Also, if there's been some difficulty in the family, somebody might offer an olive branch to sort out any sort of outstanding issues. You're likely to be more affectionate with family members, and you might also do some entertaining, have friends around during this time. Your co-ruler squares your ascendant also from the 4th of March to the 7th of March. So just watch, with Mars, just watch impatience and irritability, and the people that, especially to do with the people that you see on a regular basis, okay? You mightn't be feeling as compromising during this time because you don't want to be compromised, perhaps. There might be some grievances. You need to get them out in the open. Maybe write them down on paper one day. Sit and think about them for a while. And then if they're still there, maybe you change the way that you say it, but then you go back and you bring them up with the other person, okay? We have Venus squaring your ascendant at the same time. And this will probably bring some harmony and peace into the situation because Venus is a peacemaker. So if you sit and think with something for a while on your own, and that Venusian energy comes in, you'll be able to put it to them in the best light and then solve the problem. The 9th to the 26th of March sees Mercury move into your 5th house here, right there, and entertainment and amusements and games such as chess or crossword puzzles or word games could be quite appealing now. You may enjoy dramatic presentations or the theatre. Creative writing gets a boost. Art and music also get a boost, but something where you're expressing yourself and expressing the child within might apply. So there's lots of discussions, perhaps communications, perhaps also about romance or to do with children. Okay, so 18th of March sees a full moon in your 12th house here. This is fabulous. This actually probably explains this card better than any other influence. The full moon in your 12th house is like stuff coming up from your subconscious that you can sit and think about for a while, reflecting on what's going on within. You're feeling probably more sensitive and perceptive than usual. Your intuition could be quite high. Maybe you don't want to deal with other people at the moment while this is going on, and you just need that time out. It's a great time for peaceful meditation and spiritual renewal. The 19th of March to the 19th of April, the Sun moves into your 6th house here, and you could be doing your best work, having flashes of insight, and taking pride in what you're achieving now. It's also a great time to decide how to be more productive and efficient. Health matters could be on your mind, or maybe well-being, your own well-being. You might want to, go and have a sauna or a massage or a facial or something like that. But self-improvement is on your agenda now. Maybe it's your diet, or exercise regime. You want to, sort of tweak that and keep up to date with what's going on in the fitness world, perhaps. 25th of March to the 10th of April, Mercury also moves into your 6th house. Here, Mercury is very busy. It's jumping across 3 houses this month, 4th, 5th and 6th. So this brings a lot of sort of general activity and communications. And with Mercury in your 6th house, you're probably thinking, reading and learning about how to improve your work or what you do on a daily basis. There could be discussions with people that you work with, or maybe employers, or who you work for if you work. And there's likely to be a lot of beneficial but probably minor changes. Okay, so just tweaking things so that they run more smoothly. And you may also consult with other people about your health and well-being. The 31st sees the new or black moon, depending on your location, in the 6th house. Here, Pacific time and Mountain time people in the US, you might put your feelings on hold because you're dealing with practical necessities, taking care of your immediate responsibilities at work, and again, your health, diet, nutrition, putting your life in order, and self-improvement is highlighted. The 29th of March to the 1st of April, Mars conjuncts Saturn. Okay, so this is a time when you're probably relying more on yourself and your own resources. If you've been scattered or you're doing too many things, you might sort of cut back on a few things and just concentrate on your own work. There may be some delays or sort of hindrances, so you don't get the work done. What you had planned to do for the day, it doesn't work out. That's my life. But on the good side, although you might get less done, the work that you do accomplish is likely to be done with a high degree of precision, or it's quite effective, and you do a very thorough job, and you can normally tackle difficult, disagreeable tasks, things that you put them off and you say, oh, I'll do that when I feel I've got more energy or whatever on a different day. You can probably knock those over, those things that you have to be very meticulous about. So there could be a little bit of frustration or limitation. Maybe it feels like drudgery. Maybe it's time for a crossword puzzle or a jigsaw puzzle where you have that real fine detailed work that you need to attend to. Be patient now, and you will accomplish things. And if you feel a little bit discouraged, just know that this time will pass, and things will improve. Okay, so that's your horoscope at the moment. You can see there's definite themes, a strong theme around you being on your own and looking at your work and your health, and also getting ready to step out into the future. So probably more in the second half of the month, you'll be ready to go out and accomplish. Alrighty, so I'm just going to close my eyes now and see if there's anything else I can tell you. Sensational Scorpio for March 2022. What do I see? Yes, I'm back to those travelling boots. So I saw the vision at the start. Now what I've got is a path with sort of trees on the side, and it's a straight path. Then there's a bend up further. So we're going to continue doing what we're doing, and then we're going to change direction and veer to the left. That suggests that there's some sort of feminine energy coming into your life, more so than before, and that you're relying more on your intuition and less on logic. There's cob of corn here growing. It's really big, actually. It's like this big. It's big. Corn. Yeah, corn grows here in Australia, but we're not real big about it, you know. In the US, the corn's like in everything almost, it seems. And so I'm not sure. It's very calorific, and it's got a lot of carbohydrates. If you've got a thyroid problem, you're not supposed to eat it. I don't know. I just don't know what it means. If you have any idea, leave me a comment. What does corn mean for you? Maybe you're sitting there eating a bowl of corn while you're watching this. Okay, what else do I see for Scorpio? Part of this is cooking. The emphasis is on cooking, cleaning up your diet. Maybe you have to get rid of the corn, okay, particularly if you're in the US, okay. A little bit of corn is great. But it is a carbohydrate, so you've got to be judicious in the amount that you eat. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope this is useful for you. Leave a comment and a like. I'd appreciate that. Share on your socials. That would be fabulous. And if you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell now. Okay, have a wonderful month, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.